Let us start with the short prayer. Om Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Harihi Om. Welcome to one and all for this today's E2E session. Explore to elevate. We are having these sessions once in a month or sometimes twice in a month, just to make young mind understand different subjects clearly. When somebody understands something clearly, then to act upon it is not that difficult at all. So clarity of different subject is one of the key for the success. Clarity in different topics is one of the key for the path of success. Here today, we have a topic under discussion, CBI. Interesting, CBI. Somebody would think, oh my God, Swamiji is now going to talk about the Central Bureau of India. No, I'm not talking about that at all. CBI, we have now today's topic. C stands for courage, B stands for bravery, and I stands for integrity. So courage, bravery, and integrity. Why did we select this topic today? Because today is a very important day for all of us as an Indian. Today is our Republic Day, Ganatantra Divas of India, Hindustan. See, I saw one video just to make this point also clear for everyone. And in that video, one journalist is taking interview of all youngsters and asking, what is the difference between the 15th August and 26th January? Most of the youngsters, they did not have idea. This is, yes, it is something to do with our India. Then one person could easily and correctly answer. The 15th August is the Independence Day of India, and 26th January is the Republic Day, because today we have taken up our constitution. So that's the constitutional day as a Ganarajya Divas. So that's how the whole India today has become, in 1950, a republic state of the universe. Okay. And it is one of the biggest democracy state of this world too. Coming back, courage, bravery, and integrity. So these three words often taken into a different direction or in different way. How? See, when somebody uses this word courage or bravery, then it is only think of something which is to only deal with, or it is only to do with the defense services. Mind it, it's not only connected to the defense service, but it is connected to day-to-day life of every one of us. Okay, first we will describe every word. Please pay attention. courage. The first word, what exactly we mean by courage? When someone has the ability, to take up some action, even there is a great difficulties in life, and still march towards the target, that is called as courage. Let me just put it again. If someone has an ability to take up some action and carry it forward, even if there are different difficult situations in life, and march towards the target, that's called as courage. Okay, so we will take up first one word, that is courage. We have seen what it is. Now let me explain what is called as bravery. See, bravery is to be understood in this way. It is the ability of intellect. It is the ability of intellect to take a decision, in spite of having risk in it, and see to it all the consequences and still march towards that target. That's called as bravery. Please let me say it again. It is the ability of intellect. See, intellect is a seat of decision. Please understand this. Intellect is a seat of decision. So it is an ability of intellect. What is this ability? This ability to take a decision in spite of any risk involved in different situations and still march towards the target. And that's called as the bravery. Okay. Now the third topic, which is called as integrity. See, integrity, we are focusing from the standpoint of individual. We are focusing it from the standpoint of individual. Please note it. Then, what is integrity? Integrity is bringing your every important aspect together. And keeping a right balance. That's called as integrity. Let me explain it more. Integrity, as I said, bringing the different aspects together and keeping it in balance. That's called as integrity. What are these important aspects? We have different personalities. Every one of us has a different personality. What are they? Our first personality is called as physical personality. First personality is called as physical personality. Second personality is called as emotional personality. Second is emotional personality, or you can call it as mental personality too. Psychological personality also. Third important personality is our intellectual personality. Third personality is our intellectual personality. And the fourth personality is our social personality. Social personality. And the substratum of these four, physical, emotional, intellectual, social, the substratum of all is spiritual personality. Is a spiritual personality. So, one who has a holistic approach towards the life, one who has a holistic approach towards the life can keep all these four personality intact with the right balance. And that's called as integrity of the person. Okay. Let us take up now courage. One word we will take it up and try to understand the meaning and application of it in our life. See, no doubt, when we hear a word courage, then a soldier can come to our mind, a great military person can come to our mind, or a defense person can come to our mind with a gun in hand and so on. Yes, it requires a courage. But now, just see, I'm giving you an example. You can find out in YouTube after this talk about this person. The name of this person, girl, Anurima Sinha. Anurima Sinha. Let me just talk something about her very quickly. Once she was traveling, she is from Lucknow, okay. So, once she was traveling from one city to another city, and it happened so that she met with some rowdy fellows in the train, and there was a sort of a very wrong situation at that time, and she fought really hard. And what happened? These rowdy people threw Anurima out of the train. And then the train she fell down on the track, and from other side the train was coming. So her one leg was cut by the train accident. She was in hospital for few days, months together. And everyone is to come and sympathize with her. Oh, now what can be your life like a vegetable, and so on and so forth. And you will have to depend on so many people for each and everything in your life. Oh, what to do? Feel pity about you. In the hospital, she declared that Anurima Sinha declared that I'm going to climb the Mount Everest peak of Himalaya. The day she announced it, half of her relatives, friends considered she has gone mad. She's gone mad. But she wanted to prove that this one accident, consider it as a failure in life, maybe, if you consider it as. But that's not the end of the life. The life is much bigger than the part of this situation. Please note it what I said. We come across different situations in our life. These are called as the part of our life. But situation cannot be the whole of the life. Let me give one simple example. See, a young person fell in love. It's what it called as a very common story. And then after some time, they broke apart and they separated. And this person was very much in pain and very much in sorrow. So I asked one question to this person first. Please let me know, whatever happened to you, is it that it is happening first time to you alone, and it hasn't happened to anyone in this world. Note it. What I asked the question, is this whatever you are telling me happened to you? Is this situation which has come in your life has only come in your life, or it has come in n number of people's life before you? First question. Second question, can one situation be the whole of your life? Can it be the whole of your life? Second question. She immediately replied the first answer of the first question. Swamiji, as you have asked me, is this situation only has come in my life, or it has come in n number of life? My answer is yes, it is not come only in my life, because such situations keep coming in a number of life. So the answer was direct. Second answer, she replied, Swamiji, yes, I have understood that this cannot be the whole of the life. This is one part of the life. Then I asked her that if situation which has come to you is common in this world, so what is a very big deal in it? People have come across such situation and gone about or grown about and made oneself comfortable or very strong to go ahead in the life. Similarly, the second part, that if we just hold on to the one part of the life and keep grieving about it, then we will lose the clarity or the vision of our bigger life, and then we will be a failure in the life. Therefore, my dear friends, understand, never make your part of life so big that you can really forget the vision of the whole life. Note it correctly. Okay, so this Anurima Sinha, one who has declared that she's going to climb the Everest. She did a very big, hard work. Please understand, it requires a great courage. What is a courage? That ability to take up an action in spite of n number of difficulty and still march towards the target. And she did it. She has made herself physically strong, mentally balanced. She has gained all sort of required knowledge for mountaineering, and she made herself very much confident person. So people, the companies, they really sponsored her trip for the Mount Everest, and she did climb. She had lot of difficulties, but she did climb the Mount Everest with amputated leg. My dear friends, this is called as courage. This is called as courage. What is a brave thing? A brave thing is that. Hope you can understand or imagine. Any person who climbs Mount Everest, any person who wants to climb a Mount Everest, there is a great risk involved, life risk involved. So, considering the life risk, even if that person takes up that decision and march forward towards the target, that's called as the bravery in that person. Now, integrity. Just imagine that can any physically weak person can reach to the Mount Everest? No, not at all. Similarly, different, mental challenges are there. So, one who can cross over all the mental challenges can grow above, can really cross this sort of very difficult obstacle called as fear. Fear is the biggest obstacle in the path of courage and bravery. Please note it. And which is possible with a right willpower. Strong willpower and inspiration within can win over all the fears of life. Willpower and inspiration towards the target, towards the goal of life can really win over all fears of life. Okay, so this is emotional balance, intellectual balance. She has taken a right study, she has taken right lessons for the mountaineering. It also took her long time, but she did it. So that's called as collecting all right information as well as knowledge and making oneself very much familiar about it, and that's called as intellectual understanding. Social understanding, she has created a group, she has really made a lot of friends who really helped her in this path of her decision of courage, bravery. Okay, so hope this one example is enough to make you all understand what is called as courage, what is called as bravery, and what is called as integrity. Now, let me take up different examples. Please note it. Just imagine that now I am taking an example of our Pujya Gurudev, Swami Chinmaya Ji Maharaj. What is a courage? See, when he thought of it, that I want to reach to maximum, to give maximum happiness for maximum time, at that moment, he had no infrastructure with him. He had no such called as big support who can really give a sort of start to his action. Not at all. In that situation, he had a courage. Why? Because his personality was integrated. Physically, he was fit. Mentally, he was sound. Intellectually, he was sharp. And socially, he was cordial. Spiritually, he was very strong. And that's how he could take this decision to establish this Chinmaya mission. No doubt, lot of difficulties came in his way of establishing this big empire called as Chinmaya mission. But he never had a fear in his mind. He never got scared. He never got distracted. Why? Because courage and right decision of bravery could clear all the obstacles of his path, and he could reach towards his target of establishing the Chinmaya mission. So please understand that a sannyasi also can have a very great difficulties in his path. Therefore, taking first decision of a sannyas itself is a courageous act, and then holding on to it in spite of all the difficulties and moving towards the goal, that's require an intelligent understanding, and right risk is involved, that no one knows what obstacle can make the person actually weak. But with right guidance, with the grace of the Lord, if you move ahead with these two important aspects, courage and bravery, with making a personality integrated, you can reach to the target. Now, today is a Republic Day. And as you all know, there are n number of youngsters. Some of them are children. Some of them are youngsters. Those also get different medals, different awards by the President of India. And for what it is, for the bravery and the courage they have shown in their life. And every Republic Day, n number of children, they receive this award. Think of it. That courage and bravery can make a person very vibrant and very positive. Another example, let me just talk now of a common people in life. If somebody wants to take up a medicine as a career, just imagine in this pandemic situation, how difficult for every health worker to face this very difficult situation. When the first wave came, how difficult it was to fight against all odds and still give the best to everyone in our country. How much difficult it was to wear all that sort of PPE kit and be there, get suffocated, but still keep treating people. And so on. Please imagine, the second wave was tougher than that. Therefore, understand the courage and bravery is required even in the health aspect, that is called as the medicinal field as well as the aligned fields of medicine. Now, take up the same important aspect during this pandemic situation. How many police as well as different sort of persons, defense person, they have done their best to give the protection to n number of our countrymen. That requires a courage, that requires a great bravery, that requires an integrated personality. Just think of it. Now, today we must remember a great warrior called as Captain Vikram Batra, who has given his life for the Kargil war and captured that point of Kargil with his brave action. But for that, he has given up his life for this nation. Captain Vikram Batra, who has got a Paramavira Chakra after his, offering a life for the whole of the Indians and the sovereignty of the India. So we salute such soldiers, such warriors of our country like Captain Vikram Batra and many others. See, these are different examples. Now, just think of it. Very simple, which appears. If some lady wants to give a birth to a child, imagine, it requires a great courage. It requires a great bravery. That's called as a brave, actually thoughtful action. Because even in carrying on pregnancy, a person should have a great courage, should have a good physical health, should have a sound mind and a better intellect to take a right decision at right situation, because we all know, at least intellectually, that how much a person, a lady, has to go through a different situation during the 9 months of the pregnancy. And even if that person is mentally strong, physically strong, but hormonal disturbances, then there are different situations like a COVID situation is also a challenging situation, and number of any challenging situation can come in the path of this person. But that mother who takes up this courageous step and gives birth is also require a great courage and brave attitude towards the life with an integrated personality. Let me talk of a very different example now. Siddharth, who has become a Gautam Buddha. Now please note it. Siddharth was a prince, and when he understood that he wants to achieve the highest supreme peace, highest bliss, and remove all the obstacles of this sorrowful life as well as painful situations in the life. So such Siddharth who took a decision that time to take up the monkhood as his life. He left the palace. Can you imagine now? What a courageous and a brave act. When there was no support, when there was no actual back support or a background of how to do, what to do, and when can I get it, nothing was sure. In this very so-called as unpredictable situation, he has taken that decision to march towards his goal of attaining supreme bliss and peace in life, and he did achieve it. Isn't it a courageous and a brave act in the life? Okay. Now, taking some example from our scriptures. See, in Ramayana, there is a great example of a Jatayu Pakshi. That Jatayu is a bird, and Ravana is a great king, great warrior, and he has a sword in his hand. Plus, he has a moving, great, big chariot. When he was taking Sita ji to Lanka, Jatayu as a bird saw it. Now just imagine, even there was a risk, he did have a lot of great big fight with Ravana. He did not allow Ravana to move an inch when he was there. He fought against Ravana with a great courage and bravery. Even though the life risk was involved, he did die. But you today imagine, we all today remember Jatayu as a great warrior, great courageous attitude, great brave mind and intellect with integrated personality. So, my dear friends, we could think from all the angles that courage and brave attitude with integrated personality is the key for the path of success. Thank you. Thank you very much for being with us. Now, you may ask question if you have any. Anyone?
Yes, please start with the questions, everyone. Vidita?
If you have a question, not that you have to ask.
Yes, Swamiji.
Hariam Swamiji.
Yes.
Swamiji, I have a question.
Who is this?
Swamiji, I am Vidita.
Vidita, yes, go on.
Swamiji, usually happens with me that before going to sleep, negative thoughts start coming in my mind. Swamiji, how can I control it, and why is it so, and why it comes before sleeping, not at any other time? Is it a special time for them?
Okay, so the question is of Vidita, why a negative thought or why negative thoughts they come at the time of sleep, right? And how to control them. See, point is very clear. We must understand thought come from our previous sort of impressions. Thought comes to all of us from the previous impressions of the life. So our previous impressions of the life, if they are negative and we brood over such negative experiences, then they multiply, and when you have nothing to do, they manifest in your surface of the mind. And therefore, when you are not doing anything, you are just going to sleep, the mind is that time totally free. Therefore, all such thoughts, they surface in your mind. So, I have explained how they come. Now, how to control? First and foremost, understand when a such thought comes, you have to bring a right positive thought that moment, or take up some mantra, or the best you can chant is Hanuman Chalisa. भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुना, ना से रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा. It is a fact that if you take up the name of Hanumanji, all such negative thought can vanish in due course of time. Okay, Vidita, please do so.
Yes, Swamiji. Thank you,
Any other
Swamiji.
person?
Hariom Swamiji, I am Anshika.
Anshika?
Swamiji, my question is that why can't we concentrate on things properly, like one thing at a time?
Okay, the question is why can't we concentrate at one thing properly for a longer time, right? Okay, see, for concentration, one must know our organ which is involved in concentration is mind. Mind is a subtle organ, and mind requires to be focused for our action in hand. Okay, so please understand these are the two important aspects you must able to make it possible. First, whatever you do, you should know or you should develop a great interest in it. You should develop a great interest in it. Let me give an example. Like if Neeraj Chopra is throwing his Jovinar. Now just imagine where can be his mind. No doubt you can understand that his whole mind is focused on that rod, and now he is geared up to throw it as long as possible. Mind it well, my dear. It does not come in a day or two. It requires a long practice. Therefore, if you're sitting for the study, every day increase your study hours by 5 to 10 minutes and make it comfortable as 1 hour or 1.5 hours per sitting. Slowly, slowly, your mind will be focused when you take up this action every day. And during that action, let us put off mobile. Let us not have any external disturbances in a room at all. And slowly, slowly give the mind direction that this is important. I should develop an interest in this subject. Slowly, slowly, you can develop it. Okay, try. Anyone?
Hari Om Swamiji, my name is Sanvi.
Sanvi, Hari Om.
Swamiji, as all of us are going through puberty, it is very natural for us to get attracted towards the opposite gender. We keep thinking about the particular person we are attracted towards only. Swamiji, please guide us on how to channelize our thoughts, feelings, and energy.
Very good, question asked by Sanvi. See, we must know that yes, the attraction is normal. Attraction is natural. But some sort of intelligent action is required in life. Otherwise, we just kill our time. We spend our energy in futile sort of action, or we dissipate our energy in wrong direction. Therefore, channelization of the thoughts are extremely important. Channelize your thought. First and foremost, give this right understanding to your mind and intellect that if you keep brooding about some person, more and more what will happen? You are creating a very deeper impression in your mind, and then to control the thought is out of your question, out of your capacity. Therefore, let us focus on constructive actions of the day. Let us focus on constructive actions of the day, and also read some inspiring stories of great people. With this, focus on constructive action, and also by reading the different inspiring stories, you can develop an ideal in life. So, one who has ideal in life and understands the futileness of continuously thinking about something which is not giving us any sort of positivity, which is not giving us any sort of constructiveness in life. Therefore, develop this wise attitude to grow above such thoughts for this tender age of life, and make your mind be focused on constructive actions of the day. And also, if you can chant Gayatri mantra every day without fail, you will see a great improvement in the quality of your thoughts. Thank you. Anyone else?
Thank you, Swamiji.
Hari Om. Okay, so here we today close our session by chanting the Shanti mantra.
Swamiji.
Yes, anyone?
Hari Om Swamiji. Swamiji, my name is Riya, and
Yeah,
my
okay.
question is that हमारी life में जितने भी joys and sorrows आते हैं, are they fixed? Are they already decided?
Okay, a nice question. Riya, हमारे जीवन में जो सुख और दुख आते हैं, तो प्रश्न है कि ये सब क्या प्री डिसाइडेड है? अंडरस्टैंड, एवरीथिंग इज नॉट प्री डिसाइडेड. प्लीज नोट इट. एग्जाम्पल कि अगर आप आपके फ्रेंड के यहां गए और उसने बढ़िया से आपको आइसक्रीम खिलाई तो प्लीज डोंट इमेजिन okay, the scene of going to the friend's house and having this joy of eating an ice cream is pre-decided. No, these are simple acts which are very common in day-to-day life of so many people. But definitely, a major experiences of life called as marriage, called as the depth of near and dear, a very crucial chronic diseases of life, and so on. They are no doubt to the great extent fixed because of our past actions of the past lives. Therefore, there is no fun or there is no wiseness to keep thinking that everything is coming because of my past life. My dear, पुरुषार्थ, that means self effort, खुद से अपने आप को आगे बढ़ाना, ये जो है ये हमारे इस मनुष्य जीवन में एक बहुत बड़ी ताकत है. क्यों? क्योंकि हमें ये बुद्धि दी है, ऐसे बुद्धि जिससे हम विवेक कर सकते हैं कि ये चीज करे कि ये चीज करे, ये चीज करे या ना करे, ये दोनों का फैसला हम अपने बुद्धि से ले सकते हैं. इसलिए अगर हमने सही ज्ञान से, सही प्रयत्न से अगर आगे बढ़ने का पूरा विचार किया तो हम काफी सारे हमारे जो जीवन में आने वाले छोटे मोटे सुख दुख है उनसे परे जाकर के एक बहुत बड़ा इतिहास रच सकते हैं. प्लीज नोट इट. Therefore,
Swamiji.
I would give this suggestion to you. Focus on self-effort and not on the pinpricks of day-to-day life. Self-effort is more important than anything else. Self-effort से आदमी कहां से कहां पहुंच सकता है. मैंने अभी एक उदाहरण दिया था, अनुरिमा सिन्हा. Can you just imagine? With the amputated leg, with right courage, with right bravery, she could go to the top of the Mount Everest. So why can't we grow about all छोटी मोटी सुख दुख की बातें और अपने आप को एक फर्म व्यक्तित्व बना करके अपने टारगेट गोल, अपने जीवन के ध्येय को हासिल करना ही हमारा मनुष्यत्व यानी हमारा कर्तव्य है.
Thank you, Swamiji. I very well understand that the major sorrows and joys are fixed, but what matters is the choices we make. My second
Very
question
good. Very good.
yes, Swamiji. My second question is, हमारी सोसाइटी में ऐसा होता है अगर है ना कोई बीमार हो जाए या फिर कुछ भी हो जाए तो है ना इसे नजर लग गई है ना, इसे नजर उतार दो इसकी. तो क्या ये बातें सच हैं और they are only
Good
myths?
question, Ria. I'm so happy that you have asked this question. ये सारी बातें कि जिसको बोलते हैं नजर लग गई, ये सब झूठ है. Please understand. I am giving you a very different example to you because you all are now a mature people. See, हमारे यहाँ ब्यूटी पेजेंट्स होती है ना, मिस यूनिवर्स, मिस वर्ल्ड, मिस इंडिया, and you all know how do they carry on in this big events. तो आप सोचिए कि ऐसे अनेकों लोग हैं कि जो बहुत अच्छे दिखने में होते हैं, जो कपड़े भी बहुत कम पहनते हैं, जो हजारों लोगों के बीच में जाकर के अपने आप को बहुत कॉन्फिडेंटली प्रेजेंट करते हैं, उनको तो नजर नहीं लगती. इसका मतलब यह है कि ये सारी की सारी कमजोर दिमाग की सोच है. इसलिए अपने दिमाग से इसको बाहर निकाल के फेंको और अपने एटीट्यूड को पूरी तरह से पॉजिटिव करो. बस यही हम बोल सकते हैं.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. Hari Om.
हरिओम.
हरिओम स्वामी जी.
यस.
आई एम आंचल. स्वामी जी, मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि जैसे आज की लाइफ में मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल ओवरथिंक करते हैं, तो हम इससे कैसे कंट्रोल या फिर रेड पा सकते हैं?
ओके, ओवरथिंकिंग इज बिकॉज ऑफ नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग. ये जो चीज है ओवरथिंकिंग, इसको ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, इसी को ब्रूडिंग कहते हैं. ब्रूडिंग का मतलब मैं बता दूं, किसी ने आपको कुछ एक अच्छा बुरा कह दिया, दोनों. समझो आप कॉलेज में गए और किसी ने एक फूल ला करके दिया और कहा, देखो यू आर लुकिंग सो ब्यूटीफुल टुडे, यू आर लुकिंग सो प्रिटी टुडे. बस दिन ये लड़का या लड़की हमेशा वो चीज बार 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 बार, उस व्यक्ति ने तो एक बार कहा लेकिन इसके दिल में इतना बैठ जाता है, वो बार बार सोचते रहती है या सोचते रहता है. That means not knowing this is just a passing remark. Such n number of good and bad remarks can come in life, but my life is not only brooding over such thoughts. Remove them and focus on your constructive action. Got it?
स्वामी जी, वो जो नजर लगने वाला क्वेश्चन था, मैं उसे थोड़ा सा, मुझे डाउट है. स्वामी जी, जैसे मैंने अपनी लोकेलिटी में देखा है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई बीमार होता है, उसकी नजर उतार दी जाती है तो वो सही भी, ठीक भी हो जाता है, तो वो सिर्फ हमारी साइकोलॉजी है.
Yes, please understand कि ये सारी चीजें, समझो एक व्यक्ति थोड़ा बीमार हो गया और ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या होता है, ये आजकल वायरल फीवर का भी जमाना, मीन्स ये दौर चल रहा है, और कोई भी छोटी मोटी बीमारी होती है वो मेडिसिन लो कि मेडिसिन न लो, 2 दिन में वैसे ही ठीक हो जाती है. तो इसका मतलब ये है कि अगर उस व्यक्ति को और थोड़ा सा कंडीशन कर दो कि अभी हमने आपका वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको नजर उतार दी, अभी तो सब ठीक हो जाएगा, then what you are doing, you are giving a positive thought to that person, so that person also from inside becomes positive and whatever difficulty goes away.
स्वामी जी,
Yes.
स्वामी जी, अगर हम जैसे कि हम इतने सारे गॉड्स को प्रे करते हैं और हम ये भी कहते हैं कि भगवान एक ही है, ये क्यों?
Okay, please understand, ये भी एक मन में द्विविधा का प्रश्न है कि किससे प्रे करे या ना करे. आपको या आपके पर्सनालिटी में आपको अगर लगता है कि ये भगवान के चरित्र से मुझे बहुत अच्छा वाइब्स मिलते हैं, मुझे अच्छे बहुत विचार आते हैं, तो ऐसे भगवान को हमने प्रे करना चाहिए. सारे भगवान यानी शक्ति, भगवान में जो शक्ति है वो शक्ति, द पावर इज वन बट द फॉर्म्स आर डिफरेंट. सो whichever form which you feel is comfortable with, you can pray to that Lord. That Lord can definitely give you a great power and great blessings to do the best in your life.
Thank you.
Now, let us complete today's program here by saying the Shanti Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om. Thank you to one and all.